Okay, hi everyone. So I am up super early on this Saturday because I did a mini meditation session and Spirit would not let me sleep afterward. I got an urgent message that was just to protect the children. And so this reading is going to be about the children that are being born now and also the young ones who are already here, our rainbow and crystal children. And so before I get into the cards, I just want to say, I had a conversation with an old friend, and we were talking about one of these children. It's very dear to her, very dear to myself, um, where she was concerned about learning disabilities that he was exhibiting. And immediately I felt that I had to advocate for him because these new children um, that are being born onto the 3D plane now are different, and they are ever so more connected than we could have ever dreamed. And the school system that is in place now is not going to work well with them. And the reason why it's not going to work well with them is because it's cookie cutter, it's boring, it doesn't stimulate. And I'm sorry for anyone who comes across this video that may be well indoctrinated into the system and believes in it so heavily. I'm sorry if you feel offended. I am not trying to offend anyone. I am simply a mouthpiece for spirit that needs to get this message across. And so, in a world where everything is different shades of gray and drab and dire because everything is so serious for adults, the children are suffering. And I'm actually getting really, really emotional right now, and I'm not trying not to. But these children are just so special, and they need to be nurtured in a way that helps them flourish. Many of them have special gifts, and especially for the new ones that are going to be born, they're going to possess some of the gifts that many of you are already exhibiting and that have tapped into. So if you have been working on clairs, like clairvoyance, clairaudient, if you are exhibiting any of those gifts, if you're empathic, these children are going to be born with those gifts already intact. And so it's very important for you as a parent to be able to understand your gifts fully so that you can guide them, because they're going to need your guidance. And so what I want to do is I'm going to use the Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay, and also my Magical Dimensions Oracle cards and Activators, to see if we can get a point of focus in what you should be doing to prepare for these children, or also to further just enhance what you already know. Okay, so my cards have been pre-shuffled, but I'm just going to go ahead and give them an extra shuffle. I like the way they feel in my hands, and so we're going to ask Spirit now for a focus. Spirit, please give us a focus. What should we be focusing on to ensure that we are giving these children the proper guidance? What should we be focusing on? Oh, that didn't even. Okay. Oh, well, there. 2 came out. So we have healing. And this has a little bit of a glare on it. It's healing. Now is a time for you to give or receive healing Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. And so, what I want to say about healing is that not only do these children possess or will possess any qualities that you have and any gifts that you already have, they are also going to be karmically receiving any trauma that you have. And so it's very important for you to think about your past, to go through the healing processes of anything that you have gone through, and even thinking in terms of ancestral healing. For me, the ancestral healing was a huge part of the process when it came to relationships for me. My kitty says hello. The ancestral healing, when you think about it in terms of day-to-day living, like, okay, for me, I grew up in not necessarily an abusive home, but I felt neglected constantly. I have gone through different types of abuse. It can even be as far as thinking about your status financially. Like if you've grown up in a house with that was impoverished, or just that lack mentality. These things are all going to be really important, that you work on them and heal them so that you can focus better on these children, because they're going to need that desperately. And so the next card that we have, manifestation. I've got to work on that glare, you guys. And so I'll give you a moment to look at the card, and then I will read it. Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. And so when you're thinking about it in terms of your children, the manifestation works the same as if you were just doing your normal life. What do you want to envision for that child? Do you want them to grow up in love and light and peace? Do you want them to be more tolerable? Do you want them to be confident? These are all things that you need to think about, because you're shaping young minds in a world that just wants to... I'm sorry, I'm pausing for a moment. I'm getting a download on 2 seconds. Okay. Spirit's saying in a world that just wants to train them. So train them for what? What do we know about the school systems now? For me, I feel like the school system, they're basically training little mini robots. And I'm just going to put that out there. It's very creatively stifling, is what I'm hearing. It doesn't allow the children to fully express themselves, and it doesn't allow for them to shine. And when I think about what they're having to go through, just having their spirits totally contained and crushed under the weight of that pressure, it just does something. Like I'm having the heaviness in my heart chakra. But yes, so back on track. Sorry for that. Really focusing on your healing and manifesting what you know is the best ideal environment for them. Okay, so encouraging their creativity, encouraging them to be themselves no matter what, encouraging them and letting them know that they are loved, and even through their differences. It doesn't matter what differences you see on the outside. They are who they are, and they're that person for a reason. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get a Magical Dimensions card to further help with this focus. Spirit, what do we need to think about in terms of healing and manifestation? Ooh. Okay, well, interesting. This just took a turn. The promise. So we have soulmates, attraction, partnership. This card has some special meaning for me, but for all senses and purposes, I am going to go ahead and read from the book, and then I'm going to tell you what I think afterward. And so this is card number 38, the promise. 2 seconds. Okay. So it says, the promise resonates to the magic of love and soul-to-soul connectivity. This rite encompasses the highest levels of love that stretch the bounds of purity and divine love. At this high frequency of love, there exist the exalted versions of honor and connection, and the highest achievements of service are activated and carried forth into the expanses of time and space. So the oracle interpretation says you've attracted someone, or soon will be, who is very special to you, and they will impact you in a dramatic way. Now is the time for you to truly love yourself, fully and completely from the highest levels of honor and purity, so you can prepare for the expansive love upgrade. A love relationship may also require your attention. This is also foretelling of good fortune for a successful business partnership aimed at the highest levels of spiritual service. And so what I feel like this is connecting to, and I'm going to refer to, again, the experience that I have, because that is, that's really what I have to go by. And so from my experience, I grew up in a home where my mom was a single parent. My father was not there, though she may have wanted him to be. She pushed him away for reasons that only she fully understands. And so it took me a very long time to come to terms with that. I grew up with a lot of anger. I grew up with a lot of frustration. And at 16, my father, my biological father, came knocking to my door, and I didn't open it. I yelled, "Come back when you're ready to be a real father." And he never came back. And that was the last thing that I said to him through a closed door. He passed away in 2009. And so my point in sharing that with you is not to garner any type of pity party. It is to try and explain what different situations have an effect on these children. And so with the promise, if you have met a soulmate and you have yet to have children, know that this is absolutely possible in your future if you want it to be. There's free will, right? You don't have to have children, but just know that if you do decide to have children with this soulmate, then this child is going to be a special child. And it doesn't mean they're going to have serious learning disabilities, as people like to call it, but they are going to be special. And you need to focus on your healing and manifestation, what you want to see for that child. Because I think that more often than not, children pop up and they're unplanned, and we just go through the motions of life. We raise them, we care for them, and we do so beautifully for the most part. But I think that having a focus and really planning out your life and what you want to see happen is the key to truly living and truly allowing them to flourish in this new plane. And so, let's see. I don't know if I want to further clarify, but I think I will. Spirit, can you give me one more card for the promise? Oh, wow. Okay. There you go. So it is destiny. And that's card number 9. That number may be significant for you. And it is divine purpose, passion, and service. And so, what I just got another hit of is that not only could this person be a soulmate, but they could be a twin flame. I'm not going to fully explain twin flames. That's for another video, and chances are if you've come across this video, then you already know somewhat of what a twin flame is. But I am really looking at divine purpose, and when you're thinking about destiny and divine purpose, then having a child, and Spirit is telling me, okay, so this is for someone who is definitely going to be having children in their future, or who already has children. Wow, I'm just getting all kinds of different downloads. They're going too fast. Going too fast for me to focus on them. Oh boy. Okay, so bring it back, Tamika. Bring it back. Yes, full name is Tamika. I go by Mika. But so, you're about to meet a soulmate. Wow. Okay. And know that this is your destiny, and know that this child or children they are, oh my gosh, they're meant to be. And so I don't want to freak anybody out. If you don't plan on having children right now or in your future, then this message is not for you. Spirit is telling me now this message is definitely for someone who is going to have children in their future. So, that being said, let's go ahead and sprinkle some fairy dust all over this reading. Let's see what messages, what light they want to give us. Oh, there's one, and this one is flipped over. I will take it. Oh, they're all just popping out. Okay, and here's one more. Okay, so I'll read them all. This one says portals. Where do we play? In nature, that's where. The garden gate will take you there. So for portals, this is, I feel like they want you to go outside and have some fun. Go outside, get in the sunshine, put your feet in the grass, ground yourself. It's definitely going to make you a little bit more clear-headed, and help you to focus on your future and this healing that you need to have done before all of this can come into play. Okay, and so we have gratitude. Everything will be all right. Fairies dance in your delight. So for gratitude, not only is the divine and spirit grateful to impart this gift to you, but they want you to also express your gratitude. So when you're in the feeling of gratitude, it almost puts you on that frequency of love, that high frequency that you need to be on. So even though things are chaotic today and we don't, all this stuff is going on in the world, you can still, retreat to your sanctuary and just really be thankful and grateful for all of the things that you have. For me, even though I'm not where I would love to be in terms of living arrangements, because I want a larger place. Like, who doesn't want a more lavish home? Um, I am still grateful for the small things. I have a roof over my head, food in my fridge, clothes on my back. It's not necessarily a mantra, but it's like, hey, the cliche when they say things can be worse, like they really can be worse. You can be out on the street, and if you are, I fully empathize with you because I know what that feels like. But I need you to focus, because things can and will get better if you are in that situation. And so I'm saving this card right here purposely for last because I want to see what these two are. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is family. Wherever you go, whatever you do, your family is here for you. Okay? And so what I want to say about that particular card is, if you are a person who feels like your family is not there for you, like your flesh and blood family, then, sorry, my throat chakras. What's up with that? Okay, so you may need to talk more to your family. You may need to communicate with them, or they want to communicate with you. But at any rate, if you aren't feeling as close-knit with your family as possible, then seek out your spiritual family. And if you are not a very religious person, you don't feel comfortable going to churches, then your spiritual family is simply a group of people that vibe like you do. Certainly, there are many, many places here on YouTube where there are some awesome soul families. And so find your soul family, and if you feel comfortable with my readings and you like my reading style, then by all means, I am your soul family. And so it's just all about finding that place where you fit in and being really comfortable in that space to share. This channel is a safe spot for you to share your feelings. I'll be posting up my emails and contact information soon, and so you can feel free to email me if you need to. And there's certain things a lot of people don't like to share online with other people, and so just know that there are people there who will not judge you, who want you to, I guess, air out your thoughts, so to speak. And just having someone to talk to means the most. Okay, so the next card we have, believe. Magic is there when you believe, so dream big things you can achieve. And so this ties back into manifestation. If you are a person who feels as though it will never happen for you, you're never going to meet this soulmate, you're never going to have this child, then know that with the divine and with the source, the creator of all, God, whatever you want to call it, everything is possible if you believe. And I don't mean believe when it's convenient for you. I mean believe hands down that this is possible and it will happen in divine timing. And so the very, very last card I wanted to save, celebrate. The time is right to shout out loud. Don't hesitate to jump around. And so I wanted to save that card for last because whether this has already happened for you or is in the process of happening for you or will happen for you in the future, it is a time to rejoice and be happy and just live in the moment. Know that everything is possible and it will happen for you if it hasn't happened already. And let this message be the beginning of your healing. So I'm looking at my charms and Spirit is saying do some charms. So here we go. Sorry for if this is loud. I do like to mix them up. Okay, so if you've seen my mini charm reading from a previous video, then you know I mix these up. I do not look at them when I pull. Of course, there's no way for you to know that, but you're just going to have to trust me. I'm on the honor system here. What I do is basically give them a mix, and then I go in and I pull what Spirit guides me to pull. And so, let's see. Okay. 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 One more. Oh, that one came in like a bat. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. What? Okay. Well, let's see if we can get it focused. Oh, is it focusing? Okay. I don't know what this is. A drill? A gun? Uh, Anywho, I don't even know how to describe this one. I'm just kind of feeling it to see if I get any impressions. I'm picking up the name Julie and glue gun. Okay. So, if your name is Julie, I get the sense that you are into crafts because, you know, what else would you use a glue gun for? You may be fixing up your home or creating things for other people. And Spirit is saying, good job, keep up the good work, you're doing good at it. So if you're doing it for other people, if you're making gifts for other people or to sell, then you're getting a thumbs up because that's going to prosper for you. And if you are just doing things around your home, then your home is going to look amazing. So, okay, there's that. And then we have, let's see if I can get that focus. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Well, you can kind of see that. Okay. There, it's a star. All right. More specifically, it looks like a starfish. And so, April, Renee, your name may be either of those, or you may be thinking of naming your children those names. You have a beach theme somewhere in your home. You may be worried about, if you're pregnant right now, congratulations. Spirit is saying don't be worried. You know it's a stressful time for you, but don't be worried about your baby. Your baby's protected. Your baby is well protected and you have nothing to worry about. So the worry is actually causing more stress for you. You need to relax, put your feet up, and not think about everything that could go wrong. Spirit is saying, please think about everything that could go right. You know, it ties into that manifestation, right? So your manifestation starts even before your child is born. Think about everything that could go right with delivery, with you raising them. Think about all the positive things and really, really push the love through that connection with you and your baby. Everything is going to be fine. Okay? Then we have Let's see. Dragonfly. That came in super clear. So I'm going to say that's a very powerful message. This person likes dragonflies. You may be thinking of a dragonfly theme for your nursery, which I think is super awesome because everybody's nursery that I've come across so far has been inundated with super babyish things, and I'm not knocking that, guys. Like, you do you, but me, I am always looking for things that are unique, and I don't think I've ever seen a dragonfly theme for a nursery. So kudos to this person. I'm not picking up any names, but let me see. That's all I'm getting for the dragonfly. I think, do dragonflies stand for luck in for somewhere? I think luck was for the dragonfly. Okay, but that's what I'm picking up with the dragonfly. And the last charm we have is tiny, tiny. Oh, come on, get in there. Always with the last charm, you guys. What is that? Now, I mean, I know what the charm is, but I'm saying it never wants to pick up. Well, anywho, it's an owl. And so, owls for me stand for wisdom and knowledge. And so, I can only hope that I have given you some wisdom and knowledge and that I've fully shared mine with you today. It's very important just to remain positive and to focus on that healing. I've found that healing practices are definitely meditation, and just whatever emotion is coming up, it's important to feel it and then release it. Releasing doesn't always mean crying, and I think I've said that before in one of my other videos, but if you feel the need to cry, then please do so and just let it go. It is not going to be beneficial to you to keep holding things in. Just release and be at peace and be happy. Oh my gosh. And can I just bring back this healing card one last time before I let you guys go? Above her head is a rainbow. And so I'm drawn to that rainbow as I was talking about peace and happiness and thinking about rainbow children, crystal children. And so everything is going to be okay. We just need to do what we have to do to make sure that these children are flourishing in their new environments. And so I will leave you guys with that that final thought and comment. And so with that being said, I hope you guys have a good day. Like I said, it's very early in the morning here, and so if you're viewing this on the other side of the world where it's nighttime, then have a good night at any rate. But so I hope you guys like this video, and if you like my reading style, please like and subscribe. Feel free to also share, because then it lets the algorithm know and other people will get to see it. So my kitty is saying hello also. She hears me talking and she thinks I'm probably talking to her. But okay, so thanks for watching, guys, and until next time. Bye.